Hey guys, Craig here. I haven't came to you in a while for a video, and I apologize for that. But we're still pretty much in the dead of winter. It seems supposed to have hopefully warming up here soon. We just got another snowstorm like a week ago. But anyway, I had to. I was going through some tackle here, just messing around with some things, and I figured I'd do kind of what's my tackle. So I'll do it in a few parts. This part's going to be like on hard baits, like crankbaits and jerk baits and things of that nature. So I'll do that all in one, and I'll do the spinner baits in one, and I'll do some soft plastics in one, and then I'll do some jigs in another. So it'll probably be like a 3 or 4 part, depending on how how drawn out they get. But this one will definitely be on all the hard baits for the most part, and we'll jump right into it. We'll start with crankbaits because that's just what was on top here. I carry mostly, I have a bunch of these. These are the KVD 2.5s. I throw a lot of these. That's the bluegill color. And I'll just pull out like one of each of the baits. I have numerous colors. It'll just save a little bit of time. Next up is, if you watch any of my unboxings, I have a bunch of these now. They're the square bill by Bandit. Got a bunch of those. Again, like I said, if you watched any of my unboxings, I got a couple of those. Those are Excaliburs. They're the 200 series, so they're the the 5/8 ounce, I think they are. And then obviously probably the best cold water. If you saw my unboxings, I have a bunch of these too. They're Shad Wraps. Those are the regular ones. And then these flat brokes, which are pretty impressive baits. They're by Norman. They're jointed square bill, dive like 2 to 5 or 3 to 5 feet, I think, or something like that. They're a really nice bait. And you'll see I actually, I'll show this box to you. I mean, obviously you can see just a combination of the bigger crankbaits. You'll see I have an empty spot right there, but on Wednesday you'll see what I've got set aside for that. That takes care of like my bigger size square bills. I'll show you my smaller square bills if I can find them. Well, actually, the next box I came to was actually the deeper divers. These are a new bait that actually Tackle Warehouse just came out with, and I think I may have done an unboxing of it. I can't remember. I'll have to check. But this is a vicious crankbait. It's kind of new. They're only like $4 a pop, so I figured I'd give them a shot. I ordered like 4 colors. They're really, really light. They said that they were going to be 3/8 of an ounce, but even the package says that they're 1/4 ounce. So just, if you guys are interested and you buy them, just beware that they are only 1/4 ounce. But the bill on it's pretty long. It's kind of a, like I said, it dived to like 8 to 12 feet or something like that, but it's a small presentation. I'm kind of interested to try them anyway. I got a few colors of those, and in some of my videos I talk about being a Strike King guy, and I do love Strike King crankbaits. Big fan of them. That's a Series 4. I got a bunch of colors of those, and this is kind of a newer bait that I noticed, and this is the flat side. You can see that's a flat-sided square bill, or a crankbait. This is you can see the bill on that. It dives like, I think it's 8 to 12 feet as well. But that looks, I'm really interested to try that. I got a bunch of colors of those. Then obviously you can't go anywhere without your 3XDs. I mean, that's probably the most versatile crankbait I own, is that bait right there. I mean, I can crank that shallow. If I want to really ram it off the bottom, everything, it's really nice. I got a bunch of colors in those. That's the 5XD. I got a few of those. Up here in upstate New York, we have quite a few deeper lakes, so I do quite a bit of deep cranking. Like this year I will, just because we're going to be going to a lot newer lakes and whatnot. But that's the 6XD. I don't have any 10XDs, but I mean, I got a few colors of those as well. I keep it pretty simple, and I'll show you the box. You guys can see that pretty well. Just like I said, random bunch of colors, bunch of different crankbaits, and then the regular square bills. I say regular, they're the 1.5s. Ton of colors of these, the KVD 1.5s. Just the regular square bills. Bunch of those. And then if you watched my unboxing, you saw I got a bunch of these. These are the Rapala cranking I think they're the Crankin' Wraps or whatever the hell they are. I can't remember. And then another really it's not really versatile. I mean, it only goes to like 5 feet. But this is the Norman Thin End. You can see it's really skinny. And that bill on it's got kind of angled. I'm a huge, huge fan of these. These work really, really well in the river systems that I fish in. I've caught so many smallmouth and largemouth on these. It's unreal. Crazy, crazy versatile bait. It looks tiny, but this thing catches some big fish. I'm really impressed with this bait. And they're cheap too. They're only like $4 or $5. So, but I have some of those too. But that's like my smaller crankbait box. I was kind of hoping it'd be bigger, but when I bought it, I wasn't really thinking so much about size or whatever. But anyway, that's my those are most of my crankbaits. And then I'll show you some jerkbaits. I got a bunch of those. Jerkbaits. That's the McRip 85. I almost dropped it. You can see the bill's a little bit bigger on it. McRip. I've got some of these coming in, which you'll see on Wednesday. These are the deeper X-Wraps. You can see the bill on that's a little bit bigger. Those are just the X-Wraps. I think size 10. But you can't go wrong with the X-Wraps. I'm a big fan of those. Then I got a bunch of these as well. Those are the normal X-Wraps. Huge, huge fan. That color right there is probably my favorite, actually. It's called Hot Steel. Big, big fan of that color. But I got a bunch of those. And then obviously, you know, I love to fish jerkbaits. Huge, huge fan all year long. Those are your McSticks. I think those are the 110s. Got a bunch of the colors of those. More coming in, actually. And then obviously, if you want to go shallow jerkbait, I mean, nothing beats the McStick 95 in my opinion. Huge. Got a bunch of colors of those. And then these are kind of some sleepers, truthfully. These are really cheap jerkbaits, but they work really, really well. Last year I caught quite a few fish on them. These are Storm Twitch sticks. They're really cheap, and I just picked them up because it's kind of a thicker body, which you can kind of see. It's a pretty good sized body, but it's not like long. You know what I mean? It's only like a, I don't know, it's like 3 3/4 inch jerkbait. That's the bigger size, and this is the smaller size. Like one's an 8 and one's a 6, I think. Or no, I'm sorry. This is an 8 and this is a 10. And this is a ½ ounce and this is like 5/16. So I mean, you can throw them, you know, on your your bait casting equipment. I didn't never have a problem. Like I said, I don't throw a whole lot of jerkbaits on spinning equipment, but they're a sleeper. They suspend really well as long as you upsize the hooks. They suspend pretty well. Well, you'll see I got some space right there. I got some more coming in on Wednesday, and you'll see that it's light down there in the bottom. I've got some more coming in. And then last but not least, for the hard baits would be Lipless crankbaits. I've got a bunch of those. These will get jumbled right up because, like an idiot, I've got them in a tiny compartment. But as you can see, they get crumpled up pretty good. If I can just get one out, I'll show you. In that compartment, it's called the Storm Rockin' Shad. It's just Storm's version of the Lipless crankbait. Bunch of those. Again, I'm a Strike King guy, so gotta have the red eye shads. There we go. The red eye shads. Everybody's seen those. Big fan of those. These are some. I've got some Excaliburs. These are the XR50s. That's tilapia color, which is a pretty good color. Caught a lot of fish on that last year. The Storm, if you watch my unboxing video, this is the Storm Uruku shads. These are the junior size. They're only 3/8 of an ounce, but the shad profile on those is awesome. I love the look of those. Got a few of those. Again, if you watch my unboxing or unbagging, I think of Walmart, I picked up a bunch of these Supernatural. Those are the Bill Lewis rattle traps. Old school cotton cordell. Truthfully, I mean, like, that's the original rattle trap I ever had. That always works good. And these things are sleepers, in my opinion. I think these things are going to be huge, really, really, really good fish catchers for me this year. I picked up a bunch of these in the off season, but these are the rattle trap Rapala Rippin' Wraps. These things look sick. They look awesome. I think they're going to work really, really well. And I love the fact that there's numerous BBs in that. I love that rattle. I think I have the best luck with those. but I got a bunch of colors of those. So that's pretty much all the rattle traps. You can see there's a bunch in there. But just like I said, I pulled out a single one of each, and I just got numerous colors. But that'll conclude the whole hard baits portion of the videos, or my tackle. Like I said, I'll save the jigs because I got a ton of jigs coming in on Wednesday. I'll save the jigs for later on, and I'll do like the next one will probably be like spinner baits, because I got quite a few spinner baits, and I'd like to talk about one of the companies I purchased them from. Huge fan of them. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. There's going to be a couple more videos probably posted either today or tomorrow. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully we'll be able to get on the water here soon.